We have done it and made it. Chaos Tray 250 here today, the final one and our first clear actually. So welcome to today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, if you have a question, if you have a comment, do let me know because I love to hear from you as always. And come swing by, say hi, join us in the Discord server. We've got a great community there. So thank you, everyone. Now, down below, you will find the timestamps where we'll give you the 4 T's, the tactics, the treasures, the team, the toppings, all the way to get you through Chaos Tray 250 here. So thank you for tuning in. Let's get moving on Chaos Tray 250. So first and foremost here, we do have the Cake Witch. Now, on top of that, though, we can't have defense cookies, support cookies, and we're only limited to 3 epics. Now, there's a little trick on this one here, and we're going to talk about that in 1 second. Now, we'll move over here. In front of us, we have the bad 4, essentially, for the most part. Now, these will continue to hit us and attack us throughout the match, so keep an eye on that. We'll come to another strategy on that here in a second. And then additionally, we have the Cake Witch boss right here. Now, the Cake Witch boss has dangerous question. This thing, Dark Enchantress Cookie, creates a sphere of darkness and hurls it at the cookies. It hits pretty hard. Now we got Ravenous Slicer, slashes the cookies with the sharp slicer, dealing a great amount of damage. Again, it hurts. Soul Piercing Gaze pierces the cookie with the Eye of the Darkness. Terrible Truth, Dark Enchantress Cookie casts a magic circle, dealing periodic damage. So again, damage over time. And then the last one, Voracious Spirits, summons Voracious Spirits to attack the cookie. So again, we got lots of stuff coming at us here. Pretty high power, pretty decent in terms of health, attack, and defense there. Now, if you see me as well, I am certainly under-leveled, so strategy is going to be key to this particular one. So here is the first and foremost tip. You can use a BTS cookie. Yes, if you have BTS, that is great. I know some of you have asked me for that, so stay tuned on how to beat this, potentially without BTS, if we do have time to get through that. Now, this is the first and foremost strategy. You only need to keep one healer then, or sorry, one non... I think you want 2 healers. One non, epic plus cookie then, which saves you a lot. And potentially making this hopefully a little bit easier in terms of getting by. And as again, you can see 1.5 million versus 2.4. I don't have a ton of stars on mine ultimately in order to get by here. So we're running a double healer strategy. So that's what we have going on here, double healer here. And then up front, we're doing a double defense strategy, particularly with this though too. We have Schwarzwalder here to push things back. You want to keep everything off your team to help. It's going to help you survive. And the biggest thing is these two you want to keep most of the additional damage on because you want big heals, and because the Cake Witch boss deals lots of damage, so you really quickly want to be able to recover in order to get by, stay alive, and ultimately progress through Chaos Tray 250. Now, the last one here is we are running Black Pearl. Black Pearl, again, gives us access to the rally effect here, allied damage resist as well. Allied damage resist bypass as well, skills 16%. Now let's go ahead and talk about our treasures. So we're actually focused in on attack. So you could try survivability. However, that did not work out as well for me. So this is what I found to work out well for us here. So we're actually going on attack. With Old Pilgrims, we're also Squishy Jelly Watch for cooldown and Dream Conductor's Whistle. Again, if something dies, when the 2 cookies whistle buff are defeated, it heals 30% of each team member, giving you another opportunity to stay alive, which is one of the reasons why we like that as well. Now, other things you can use that I talked about, you could go crit if you want. You could certainly go Disciples Magic Scroll for additional defense. Again, we are focused in on that attack though, specifically, but you know what? Let's go ahead and throw this one in here. 34 versus instead we got 41, so we will go a little bit less there and just try that instead for a little bit more survivability, but we'll give it a shot. We can always come back and change it. So those are a couple key pieces. One that's always fun that I enjoy too that I want to show is Flamingo Tube here that will keep your big ones up front taking a lot of damage for you, so something that you can think about. But again, we're going to focus on this this time around. Now, in terms of toppings, we're actually on Solid Almond here for damage resistance. Here we're on our Resonant with Raspberry, again, the right thing. Now, if you got more questions, more detailed questions around these, please check out our topping guides. We talk through some of the additional details and the Y in terms of focusing on. Now here we can go attack. It's worked for me. However, we're actually going to go Solid Omen to see, and that's why I went defense to see if this way works first, and then we'll go back over to the other one, which is more power pure attack, just for a little bit more survivability here in terms of that. So we'll go with Solid Almond. We'll select it so that we make sure that we keep that. Raspberry definitely will help you get through. Here we're on cooldown, and here we're also on cooldown. Now don't forget resonant toppings where it makes sense. We made a couple tweaks. Again, attack and attack here is and will give you the ability to get by with where I was at. And again, we're at, instead of 1.4, we've dropped instead to 1.3 now and focused a little bit more on survivability. So we're going to give this one a run. If it doesn't work this time, we'll pivot back to the original so you can see that as well. So that is the tactics, that's the team, that's the treasures and the toppings for the Cake Witch here. Let's go ahead and give it a run with this particular team. On top of that, we gave you the big key strategy, which again is kind of the cheat with the BTS cookie there. All right, there we go. So as you can see, we're doing very well on surviving with our cookies here, getting lots of damage in and surviving, which is key as we continue to see lots of hits. Don't forget, there goes our key healer right there. One of our key healers. So again, blend between attack, faster versus defense. So there you go. We're going to have to go on the attack side, making a bigger difference and pumping out more damage early on. Dun, dun, dun. No bueno. All right. And we still can upgrade our skills if we need to, so don't forget that. Let's go back in here real quick. Let's go back to this. We'll do our rally because we can, my fellow friends. Upgrade. Yes. Dun 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 dun. Boom. Look at that. Nice. We'll take it. Here we go. All right, and we'll go over here. Let's go to cookie details. Yes, we can upgrade that a little bit more. Let's go there. That's always a lot. All right, so now we'll go back to what I originally had talked about. That worked out really well for this team. We will switch more to the attack. Now, some of the things that I always encourage you on is at first you don't succeed. Try, 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 and try again. A lot. All right, so this is the team that should be able to get us by. Now we're at 1.5, added another 200. We did go up because we were a little bit for that 1.4. Yep, because we added a couple good things here. Let's go ahead now. We'll try it again, and hopefully this should end the Cake Witch here and close out Chaos Tray. 250. Lots of damage right away. Lot more damage. Look at how much faster the Cake Witch goes down. So we're taking, instead of what originally was going on, a little bit more of a survivability opportunity now into a more full-blown attack damage strategy and quickly moving the needle here because, again, these cookies may only survive for so long. So if we take this approach, it totally changes the game. And it keeps a lot of this stuff off us, as you can see. There we are. We'll continue here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. 100. We're done. Look at that. And then we would call that a 3-star Cake Witch strategy for you here today. Nice. That is right, Custard. Look at that, my friends. We have succeeded, completed it, and made it work for you here today. Nice. Let us just take a moment. Oh, cake, red velvet cookie. Uh-oh. This is the final stop. I commend your strength and persistence. Do you have the power and, more importantly, the will to come this far? Do tell me what made you do it. What made you endure against all the odds? No need to answer. It is in your very eyes. Tell me this, how does it feel to stand at the pinnacle of chaos? We will take that. Look at that reward. So thankful. So awesome. And so exciting. Ah, look at that. That's hilarious. Very nice. All right, so let's go back here and just quickly walk back through this. So we broke down the Cake Witch, we broke down the Bad Force, we like to call it. All of the things that you have to keep in mind, the defense, the support, and the Epic Plus cookie limits. Additionally, gave you the team, the treasures, and the toppings. So we pivoted from that defense to a more attack. I knew the attack would get through. I just wanted to try a little bit more tweaking there for you here today to give you an alternative opportunity potentially to get by the Cake Witch. We did make it through. So with that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for tuning in. As always, appreciate your support. Thank you for the likes and the subs as we continue to grow this amazing community. On top of that, we got great memberships for you. If you like the emotes, all that fun stuff, badges next to your name, they're there for you, and other great ways to interact here on the channel. Great ways to support down below and stay connected to help you keep in the know. With that, questions, comments, do let me know. Let me know if you got by the Cake Witch. Let me know if you got a different team. Stay tuned. We'll try and see if we can get a non-BTS strategy here for you. So that gives you one incentive to stick around. With that, we got a ton of great Cookie Run Kingdom content here on the channel for you. More coming all the time. And the Cake Witch is down. We'll see you next time with more sweet chaos tray. I love it. All right, we'll see you soon. Mythras out of here. Take care.